toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Illinois Fighting Illini, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field and they'll have the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Illinois lining up quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A 3rd down try for the offense. To the air, it's Altmaier. Right on the money. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football.
Turning it on! Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Chapman. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Navy will have to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Illinois right back to the line. They'll run play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now improvising. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. The kick is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run the option. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And this one will be stopped for no gain. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The inside handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to the ground game on the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. They'll give it to the back.
Defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays, and they're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. It's caught. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Give to the big fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Navy to the line, needing just a few inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Illinois lining up quickly. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Floats it out in space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Tempo and overdrive.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Clement. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Illinois putting together a really nice drive.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Hand off to the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on 3rd and half a mile. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Chapman. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois, and people wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
At the 13-yard line. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. It's 1st and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Trying to bully their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it. Touchdown, Illinois! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 14 to UNLV. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. To the air, it's Horvat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running the option, it's Horvat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. He'll do it himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. He'll pitch it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
3rd quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Sticks it in his belly. He has the first and still on his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Here comes the option. Still running at the 35. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And he probably should have just handed that one off. He is snowed under in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Horvath. Dances away. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. A first down run in the red zone. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
After the run, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Looking to pass, it's Altmaier. Got a man, it's Dixon. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Illinois right back to the line. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Running a read option to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Give to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
First down for the offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Second down coming up.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll go to the fullback. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
At the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now the play fake. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got the back over the middle. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Offense with jumbo personnel. Now on the option. Quick toss. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Off play action. Running through contact. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Firing to the right, complete. At the 45, on his way. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Give to the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Illinois lining up quickly.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead is down to a field goal.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Run it with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fullback's got it. There he goes. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And They've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's a 3rd down the offense absolutely had to have, right? Because the opponent had scored on their last 2 drives, so they needed to score points on that one. But on 3rd down, they give up a sack, and all the momentum now with the opponent.
Navy will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch near the 50. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Illinois right back to the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The play action fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Illinois lining up quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Pulls and fired complete. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the 1st down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense was confused, and the head coach uses a timeout. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. To the air on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.